It's a little chaotic over here. I just moved, if you can tell from the fact that I'm in a new location, and I don't know where like anything is. So I am improvising a phone stand. I don't have like a ton of time today, but I really wanted to get on here and talk about Happier Than Ever and like do a live stream, I guess, because I forgot last time. Like that's so horrible, but I literally forgot. Um, I was in like I signed up for a workout class just last Monday and I just went and then afterwards I was like, holy crap, I completely forgot. I'm good. I'm in my new apartment. I have like there's boxes everywhere and nothing is organized, but I'm really excited about it so far. It's like a really beautiful apartment and I don't know, there's like a fireplace and I'm getting my vinyl set up and all of that. Like I've maybe tripled the amount of vinyl I had when Wes and I first moved in together. So I've never had to transport this much vinyl. And in DC, it was like 100 degrees outside, like Fahrenheit. So it was so stressful. Um, it was I'm moving when I'm do you change the date? No, no. It's like a workout class that you can sign up for like any day. It's Orange Theory. I don't know if you're familiar, but like you can go multiple times a day, any day of the week. So I just like, yeah, I just forgot that that day I had this planned. But no, we don't have to change it at all. I like Mondays. It's a good day actually because I very rarely have other things to do. So it works. But moving's been good. I finally got the internet set up today and all of that. We've moved most of the stuff. Transporting vinyl was so stressful though. I originally it was like no one besides me gets to touch the vinyl and then it got really exhausting. So I was like other people can touch it. So my boyfriend like he moved a lot of it and it's all fine so far. I haven't played any of it. But we'll see. I was so scared because of the heat. It was so hot outside. Like, maybe it was like the hottest well, last week it was like just thunderstorms. I didn't have power for 2.5 days. It was horrible. Um, and then it was just so hot. So I was so scared for my vinyl. This summer I was really scared for my vinyl. Yeah, it's we were originally gonna put it, like, in the nook next to the fireplace, but I got really freaked out about because I know, like, fireplaces are, they're set up properly, there's not just, like, loose fire, but I was still so scared about the idea of my vinyl being anywhere near, like, extreme heat. Not even home for most of the summer. Yeah, because at least in my apartment, like, we have really good air conditioning, so I can keep the temperature fairly low. Um, it's Yeah, it's like it's across the room from the fireplace. It's literally as far as it can be. So hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, air conditioning all the time because of my vinyl. Like I'm cold right now, but I just my vinyl collection, like I mean you get it. Like when you think about how much you spent on all of this vinyl, you're like, I can't destroy it just because like I want this apartment to be warm, but it's okay. I'll live in the winter. Can't avoid heating. Yeah. We'll see. My boyfriend is like he prefers things to be cold. So he and my vinyl went out. Like they have priority over the temperature control. Um, which is fine with me. It's like I've spent just too much money. Like just literally just the fact that I spent $200 on that Taylor Swift debut vinyl means that, like, nothing can ever happen to it. I haven't bought any, well, have I bought any? I haven't really bought much lately, mostly because I don't have money because I just moved, but I have not bought much. I got sent some. that I have to open and look. Did I buy the Billy vinyl? No, I was just gonna bring that up actually because I remember, that I had pre-ordered it from Urban and I canceled it because I was like, "Ugh, I don't really think I'm actually gonna like this album that much." But now that I've heard the album, I actually really like it and I might buy it. Like, that's how much I actually did like the album. I don't know what your experience with the album was, but, like, the strongest tracks were not the singles. There are, like, some really cool moments on this album, but, like, you wouldn't know that from how it was advertised. Like, I really liked it. And then, songs like My Future, I think are, like, good, but it wasn't that exciting to me, I guess. Like, I just thought from that and, like, what is it? Lost Cause. I thought it was gonna be, like, very, like, monotone, I guess, if that makes sense. Therefore I Am is the only single that I, like, enjoyed, I guess. I think NDA is, like, the weakest song on the album. But then you have songs like Happier Than Ever that are amazing. Like, I love that song. It's so cool. And I mean, I like it as a song, but also I just love the way, I was watching a lot of videos about it. Therefore, I Am is the worst single. I kinda like it. It's kind of, it's not the best song on the album by far, but I liked it. Um, but I was watching a lot of people talking about how Happier Than Ever should have been the final track. You don't like the title track? No, that's fine. I think a lot of the reason I like it, to be honest, is, like, that is it the bridge, like, the crescendo at the end? I I don't hate on you. I respect your opinion for sure. What is your favorite track then? Like, if you didn't it should have been the tip. Oh. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I guess, like, the second half of the song doesn't sound like a ton like her. But, I don't know, I just thought it was a really good album, and I don't know, the singles were not that great. I still can't decide if I like the way it ends with Male Fantasy. So I was watching a lot of, um I like the song Male Fantasy. To me, it kind of fits after Happier Than Ever because it kind of feels like an epilogue, if that makes sense. Like, it kind of I don't know. That's so funny that you say that because Getting Older was another track that I really liked. It's funny how different our opinions are. I think Getting Older, Oxytocin, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Um, Happier Than Ever were my 3 favorites. And, I didn't change my number when I first heard that song, I didn't like it, and then halfway through, my opinion changed. I don't know, like, what it was, but, I didn't like it at first, but I ended up liking it a lot. Just I don't like the title track, but the second part really is a good closer, it's epic. Yes, a lot of people are saying that, but then I saw a comment that made me think about it, and they're like, "Well, Billie didn't want the album to end on an angry note," and I'm like, "I guess if she, didn't want it to, then Happier Than Ever wouldn't be." I don't know, the it's interesting, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of jarring, and I can't decide if I like it or not. I keep going back and forth, but, like, Happier Than Ever is a pretty natural album closer. But I like both parts, like, even the part that's, like, softer at the beginning, I think that part's really beautiful. I don't know, I think sometimes people forget that Billie is, like I don't know, her voice is really, like, beautiful and delicate, and I like those slower songs as well. Like, maybe like, I haven't seen this done in a really long time, but in albums, like, when I was growing up, I feel like there were a lot of, like, secret tracks. Like, the title track would be either the title track would be, like an extra 5 minutes long, and then there would be, like, an extra little epilogue at the end, like, another, like, short little song, or there would be a song that just wasn't listed on the CD. Like, I remember Hilary Duff doing this. I don't know if it happened as much as I think it did, but, like, maybe Male Fantasy would have worked better in, like, that format where I don't know, it's not a bonus track, it's definitely, like, a extra track, but it is a good song, I really like it. Yeah, after a few minutes of silence, and then you'd be like, "This" I don't know, and then you'd be, like, excited that you found it. I think that would be really cool for that song, because that's how it functions in my head, like, that's how that the song placement makes sense when it when I think of it that way, I guess. But when it's just, like, a normal track but I guess that secret track thing just, like, isn't done that much anymore, but it used to be a thing. But I actually, I really liked the production on here, like, I feel like people were saying that Phineas, his production was getting, like, repetitive or something or, like, boring with her, but I feel like I like the way he and Billy work together a lot. I don't always feel like it's a hidden track. I guess in my head, like, when I first heard it, I was like, "It's a secret track," and then the placement makes sense, and I like it. I guess Phineas was the only producer on this album, like, I think that's what people said. Um, what was I gonna say? They switched it up. I, it feels very personal, and I really like this is interesting. I didn't realize it was recorded, like, they finished it this February. I didn't realize that, that's cool. A lot of the tracks are, like, 2 tracks in 1. I thought that this album was really long, and not in, like, a bad way, but, like, it felt really long, but it's not that long, it's just under an hour. When I was listening to it, I felt like there was a lot going on. I think that's a good thing, but I don't know, there were some songs like Billy Bossa Nova that were, like, interesting and different, and Oxytocin has, like, a little bit more I think it's at the end of that song, there's some vocals she does that are really cool, but then I like those slower songs, like is it Halley's Comet? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I really like that one as well. But I think NDA was, like, the weakest track for me. I just didn't think it was that good, and I'm just after hearing Happier Than Ever, I'm, like, so shocked that she just didn't pick that as, like, the final single, like, I would've picked I would've picked Therefore I Am because it makes sense. It went viral on TikTok, it made sense for an audio. Your Power or My Future, I guess, and then Happier Than Ever, like, the week before, um it is the last single, it has a video, but, like, it didn't drop, like, before that album. Right? That's what I meant to say, Um, because it what day was it released? Am I misremembering? I thought it was released, like, the day of the album, on release date, okay. I guess it was yeah, it was a single, so I guess I'm, like, a little off, but I guess what I meant to say was that, like, a single, like, a week or something before the album, because if I had heard that song before I wouldn't have canceled my vinyl pre-order, and now I'm trying to decide where to get it. Like, have you ordered one? Because I haven't ordered one yet, like, I don't have money until, like, next month, but I am gonna get one at some point. Um, I don't know, I think after NDA, I was like, and I canceled it. But Happier Than Ever, if that had come out, I would've been like, "Damn, I'm excited for this album." Well, how many vinyl variants are there? Never vinyl. The brown one, is that like the Urban Outfitters one? Ooh, this one on Amazon is really pretty, but so expensive. I'm not spending $65 on it, but I love that green color. I don't have brown vinyl. The only brown vinyl I have, wasn't there a folklore variant that was brown? I think there was, like brownish. Oh, I see like the actual brown one. So there's the Urban Outfitters one. Okay, I see 7 different variants so far. That green vinyl is really pretty. The folklore one looks like the urban one. Okay. Why is this Amazon one $65? I'm not buying that. Maybe there'll be like an indie record store exclusive like there was for folklore. I like that idea, like sending an exclusive color pressing to stores, because that like promotes people going to those stores. The indie one is brown. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this green one is from a reseller. I don't know where it was originally, but like on Amazon, sometimes you can see like it's shipped from Amazon or whatever. Like I think this is from a reseller. What does Billy have on her website? I'm definitely going to get it at some point though. For my birthday, it's my boyfriend's friend's parents, but like we invite them to everything. They're sweethearts. And they got me a gift card to a record store for my birthday. So maybe this is what I'll get with that. Um, it's $40. How many how many like discs is it? Like is it two? Is it If it was one and $40, I think I would lose my mind. Also, I saw people opening their sour vinyl, and it actually looks nice. Like it's a gatefold, at least the ones that I saw. Two. Okay, well, at least there's that. How was my birthday? It was good. It was nice to have a day off. And Wes, I think this was last time I was on here. This was before the party. So Wes planned a Portland themed birthday party for me, and he like got stuff shipped from Portland, and he learned how to make my favorite type of waffles from like this waffle store in Portland. It's like I think they're called like Liege waffles. It's like normal kind of standard waffle batter, but it's like pearl sugar baked into it, and it's so good. It's my favorite. Hi, we're talking about happier than ever, but also I got sidetracked talking about my birthday. The dedication. Yeah, I didn't even take many pictures. Like I was looking back waiting for something to post because he ordered like salt and straw ice cream, which is like my favorite Portland ice cream place, like donuts and a charcuterie board, like a whole charcuterie board he ordered from Oregon and like salmon and things. It was amazing. I was so blown away. And Uh, lo I love Happier Than Ever, definitely not her flop era. Earlier, we were talking about how we canceled our, like, vinyl pre-order because we didn't like the singles or whatever, but then hearing the whole album, it's, like, so good, and I'm so ready to, like, order it. I love that your boyfriend is nice to you. Yeah, he's the best. He's, I don't know, he's, like, very supportive of all my, like, weird interests and stuff. Like, I'm supportive of his interests too. Like, he loves board games. Like, for me, it's vinyl, and for him, it's board games. So he has like a ton of board games. So we both have our like niche interests, I guess. Yeah, I can't believe it. We've been together for like 5.5 years. It's like, it's wild. Okay, so this is a change of subject because I'm, like, looking at Billy's merch right now, but have you guys seen, all of the people getting their Olivia Rodrigo Sour merch? Because I feel like I should mention it because on here before I've definitely said that her merch looked out of this world amazing from the website listing, but it's so bad. It is so bad. Like, nothing looks like it does in like, 'cause you know the photo shoots that they did with the merch, like, they looked amazing, and all of the merch looked good, but it was like there was a shirt that said I don't know, it said something, and it was like a faded lavender color, and it was like a beautiful oversized baggy shirt, and it was like, I don't know, you know what, you can buy, like, bulk colored T-shirts to, like, tie-dye or whatever, like, it was that quality, it was, like, bright purple, and the text was awful. I didn't end up ordering anything, and I'm glad I didn't because it was so bad, but I'm, like, nervous to order anyone's merch ever now. Why are these T-shirts $50? I'm not buying these, I guess. That is that is wild. That is so expensive. Yeah, most of them are really young, and I did feel bad for them, especially because, like, all the merch looked really cool. Like, to be that excited about merch that looked awesome, and then to get it like, either, like, they saved up their own money from whatever jobs they have, or they, like, ask their parents to, like, buy it for them, and either way, like, I don't know, like, they don't have access to a lot of money, and, like, it just really sucks. But I think my theory is just that, like, people they didn't expect the volume of orders, which is dumb. I think like, online ordering, like, you can on the back end, like, decide, uh, how many like, a quantity, you know? So, like, why wouldn't they just, like, limit it? I don't know, or, like, say it's pre-order. "You're supposed to release a new single, but you haven't heard from my producer." Oh, that's cool. Let me know when you do. I'd love to hear it. That's awesome. The vinyl on Billy's website is just the black one. Am I getting, the sour vinyl soon? I think that I kinda want the Target one. I wish I hadn't canceled my Urban Outfitters one. I did cancel it because it was, like, while I was you know how they don't change addresses on Urban? Like, you have to cancel it and place a new order? Like, I didn't think about mail forwarding or anything, and I just, like, canceled it because it was being shipped to my old place. It was supposed to be released on the 14th. Um, hopefully you get here back soon. Could just release it like this Friday. I don't know if the 14th was supposed to be like a special day for it, but hopefully you get here back soon. What did you get a variant of sour? I want to know what people the urban one was restocked for a few hours a few days ago. Yeah, I keep missing it, but I will keep an eye on it because I don't know. You know the thing where you can buy that you I think you told me about that where you could buy it using PayPal and then like they charge when it actually ships or whatever it is. Um, that'll work out for me. But I definitely want to get it. I really like that album, and I was interested in you don't love the albums, you're not getting it, that's fair. I was thinking about getting the Target variant. It says on the Target it says on the Target website, sour the sour Target exclusive pre-order is sold out. I've never seen, like, pre-orders getting sold out on, Target, so it's interesting, and I think that probably means, though, that, like, next Friday or whatever day it is, it'll just be available in stores. Maybe this Friday. Is it this Friday? I'm working at a comic convention this weekend, so I'm gonna be so busy. The good thing about Target is that it's available for long. Yeah, that's definitely really nice. I just missed out on it because 'cause I've never seen it, like, sell out or the pre-order sell out. Um, I wanna get the Don't Smile at Me Target That's Your Dream vinyl. What does that one look like? Mhm. Is that just yellow? Oh, it's the yellow red split. That one's really cool. I don't have that one, but that one looks awesome. I might have to grab that actually. I saw pre-order saw it on Target will be back. Yeah, I normally like get anxiety and like pre-order things instantly because it's mostly like for Taylor and stuff, which was like, she's like my big everyone has like one or two artists where they like, you know, go wild over. Target doesn't ship outside the US, like not at all. Hmm. That sucks, especially with their like exclusive vinyl. I kind of forget sometimes like which ones do and don't, which stores, which retailers like will ship out of the US. Because like, is Urban Outfitters like a US like, is it from the US? I don't even know, I guess, but I know they ship all around. Probably cancel my Taylor Fearless vinyl order because it's cheaper on Amazon. I ordered it from the store and I saw it wasn't shipping until September, but I don't live where I used to live. So I don't know what to do, but I think I might just email them and ask if they can update the address to this one, and then I will figure that out. I'm scared of my like okay, so this is a tangent. I love my apartment building. I love where I live. I love my unit. But near the dumpsters, guys, there is a rat infestation. There's, like, rats. I drove up and I parked, and in the, like, light of my headlights, there were just, like, 6 or 7 rats just running around, and I cried, and my boyfriend, like, had to help me out of there. I was so scared. I hated it. I don't mind, like, people's pets rat p like, when people have a pet rat or a rodent, like, I don't mind at all, like, I think they're cute, but, like, I've never seen, like, a horde of, like, rats just, like, swarming, it was so scary. I've seen them, like, on the not on the train, but, like, on the train tracks or whatever, like, when I'm going into DC and I'm like, "Oh, whatever." They're away from me, but, like, I was so upset by, like, the swarm of rats. So I'm, like, avoiding leaving my apartment, but I have to go to Target at some point. I need a copy of When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go on vinyl because mine is scratched. Oh, no. I don't know. I think Target, like, has is it a glow in the dark version? I think I have that one. Sounds good. Check your pending orders in case they get shipped to your current address. I remember the Kesha pre-orders I shipped to my parents' house, but I'll have to double check, like, all my other ones. I think the Marina Purge the Poison 7-inch is going to my parents as well. The only downside is my mom will give me a hard time about ordering vinyl, but it'll arrive safely, so I want check on the vinyl box set with the 7-inch records. For Billy, rats are really common in New York. I've heard it multiple times. Yeah. Ugh. I yeah, I don't like I don't know who likes, like, rats or cockroaches or whatever, but I am so scared of, like, those things. My family judges me all the time when I get a record. Yeah, my mom's always like, "Why are" but, like, now that I get sent some for free sometimes, like, from Warner, Music, they, like, are really generous and send some once a month. Um, my mom has calmed down a little bit. She's she's not as harsh about it. Um, I didn't know Billy had a 7-inch box set. I have her 7-inch for what's the Bond song? No Time to Die? Uh, is that what it's called? I can't even remember. That movie's been postponed so many times. Um, ooh, this box set is pretty. Oof, it's expensive. I usually don't collect 7-inch records, but like, except for like Taylor and like Courtney Love, because like, although I don't listen to Courtney that much anymore, like she was a big thing for me when I first started collecting. So I have a ton of her 7-inch records. Um, Tell her or all of your orders are gifts from Warner. I might have already done that. she'll she'll never know. What do I get from Warner? Like, they sent me the Panic at the Disco vinyl that I got. They sent me two. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet because I've been moving, but they sent me two for this month that I have to open. I think one is Anne Marie, is that her name? But yeah, they send me some like cool stuff sometimes, like the Smashing Pumpkins, like their most recent album, and like the Melanie Martinez, like which one was it? Her most recent album. Why can't I think? Crap, what was it? It was the Melanie Martinez one that came out recently, and like I got it early, so after school, yeah, I got like 150 Instagram followers out of it because I got it early and like it was the first look at it, I guess, for a lot of people. It was awesome. Like they're so sweet. They were like, "Do you like it only if you're interested, we can do this for you." I was like, yeah, I would do like anything for this." But yeah, they do that. The one vinyl I really want to track down is Thank You Next and Imagine 45 record. How do you get on those? I don't know. Like it was from TikTok. They like contacted me. I like thought it was a scam because like it was so cool, like it was just so it sounded like too good to be true, but they're like so generous and um nothing but good experiences. I think that's like a list that they curate from TikTok, but I don't know exactly. I'm gonna get after school and CD. I've been going through my CD collection. I don't have like that many anymore, but I kept some. Thank you next. I always think things are like scams or like cult recruitment. See, I'm like I like thought it was maybe a scam like up until I got the vinyl and I was like, okay, this isn't out yet, so like it's weird if this is a scam. But like he emailed me and like we were the guy from Warner, he was so nice. We were talking about like what kind of music we both like and stuff. He was really wonderful. But yeah, I was like, this seems just so like too good to be true, but it's like real. Melanie Martinez is my second favorite artist. She's really, you sent your personal address. Yeah, I don't have like a business address. I'm just like, here's my home. Send me vinyl. I have to tell them about my new address actually. That reminds me. Melanie Martinez, like I never listened to her that much until we did a live stream about her and I gave her albums like a a decent chance, like a real chance, like listening to the whole thing and thinking about it critically and and like reading the lyrics and stuff and I was like I actually really like her and her storytelling and what she does with her albums. I don't know, I like this overall. I don't know. It's interesting. Doesn't the Warner vinyl get shipped to your mom's house? No, it gets shipped to my apartment. It yeah. Usually I ship stuff to my mom if it is like a Taylor Swift pre-order. Like whenever I order, I'm really hoping she doesn't list Red as a pre-order until like literally next month because I don't have any money. And I'm just waiting for my finances to recover from moving because all the merch that she'll probably release. I'm hoping I have until like end of September. Maybe early September. I have I have Crybaby on CD. I love the art on that disc. I really like that album. Let me make sure the song I like is on that album. There's a few Melanie songs that I really liked even before I listened to her entire discography. But yeah, Crybaby has a lot of songs that I really liked. Like the song Carousel, I liked before I knew much about her. And Pity Party. I just thought that song was really cool, and I really liked that song even before I liked her. And the song Soap. Pre-orders that are like months away, shipped to your mom's house is the safest thing, 100%. But now hopefully, like Wes and I, when we were looking around this place and after how difficult moving was, we're like, we're not moving again for like 3 years because that was horrible. And we're not moving until we can afford to hire people to do it for us because it sucked. I want to get the K through 12 CD with the movie. I still haven't watched like the full movie thing, but I want to. I have the after school EP. It barely had any impact on me. Too much music to listen to. I feel like, I don't know if it actually was like this, but it felt like there was kind of a dry spell with like the music, like new music coming out last year, but it feels like we're really recovering from that. I feel like there's a lot of upcoming music. Carousel and Dollhouse were the earliest songs recorded for Crybaby because of the Dollhouse EP. Okay. I think the song Carousel was used in like an American Horror Story ad, or it was like a fan edit. I can't remember, but that is how I first heard that song, and I thought it was really cool. So, because another thing I love besides like vinyl is American Horror Story, or like the American Story universe, I guess. Because like not only is there American Horror Story and there's American Crime Story, but they're going to make American Love Story and they're going to make American Sports Story, which is like kind of where my interest drops off. But I like American Crime Story and Horror Story. I only have Lord's new album coming out soon, nothing after that. Well, I guess this is the end of like those exciting new releases. Red in November for sure. Let's see. Billboard, American Horror Stories too. American Love Story and Sports Story are really happening. I might have like hallucinated it, but I think because I got really excited about the trailer for Double Feature and then Impeachment because I love Monica Lewinsky. I think she's awesome, and I think Bill Clinton sucks. So I was really excited to watch Impeachment when it comes out next month. So then I started seeing like what other American story things are coming out, but, like, yeah, it seemed kind of American I don't know, it just seems kind of weird when there's so many. But, oh, Luke Hemmings' album just came out. I didn't realize it just came out, but I kinda wanna listen to it. I like 5 Seconds of Summer, but I don't know if I'm gonna like his solo stuff. Double feature better, not just one. I'm really excited. Have you been watching American Horror Stories? Like the anthology series that has been coming out? It's like just okay, but I really loved the episode with Billy Lord. Like I don't remember what it was called, but like the episode that she was in was actually so good. It felt like, a little bit old school horror, whatever. Wait, oh, okay, it's not out. Yeah, it's really good, but no, the one episode is good. Let me say, let me clarify. The Billy Lord episode is very good. The other ones are okay. I don't care about the murder house, and like the first two were about the murder house. Like I just don't care as much as I know it's like fan service and people really love it, and I like the season, but I just not everything has to be tied back to that house. I don't know. Have you heard Bittersweet Tragedy by Melanie Martinez? It's definitely old Melanie, but in the best way. No, I haven't. I'll look that up because I really like what I've heard. I would love to hear more. Technically, American Horror Story is an anthology too. You're right, you're right. Um, the season finale is Murder House. Yeah. Um, my controversial opinion is that I liked Roanoke this season. I feel like everyone hates on Roanoke, but I actually enjoyed it. I think my least favorite was well, I don't know if my least favorite is Hotel. It's just the one that, like, I just couldn't watch it. It was, like, a little bit too violent for me in a way that, like, wasn't as enjoyable to watch. I just couldn't. Is it bad that I only wanna watch Hotel because Lady Gaga? No, not at all. That's, like, one reason I was, like, excited to watch that one. But I just there's some things in it where just, like, everyone has their own, like, I don't know if you wanna call it triggers or, like, sensitivities, but, like, that one and, Cult were just, like, too much. I didn't finish Cult. Like, I didn't even finish it. I liked 1984, to be honest. I heard some people say they didn't, but it was, like, a perfect, like, callback to '80s campy horror or whatever, and I thought it was great. Lady Gaga is an amazing actor, 100%. She is in that movie, The House of Gucci, I think is what it's called, but, like, the Gucci movie, and I'm really excited to watch it. Like, I'm really excited to see her in it. She looks and sounds, like, amazing. 1984 was good, but it was more like a spin-off. I agree. Like, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, it felt really separate, which kinda makes sense after the way Apocalypse ended. Um Apocalypse was like I enjoyed it at first. I guess I thought the guy what's his name? The guy who played the Antichrist was, like, handsome, so it was like I was excited to watch it for that. Asylum might, like, be my favorite. Well, I liked Murder House, but, like, I don't know. It's, like, overdone now, I guess, maybe, I don't know. You finally listened to 1989? It is amazing. I love that album. My favorite song is "Welcome to New York." I love that song. It makes me happy. What was the 3rd season? Murder House, Asylum, Coven? I like Coven. I like I don't know, I like horror and, like, some of the thing with watching going to watch horror movies a lot in theaters, like, scary movies sometimes are just not that great, and, like, so I guess I'm willing to accept mediocrity in my, like, scary movies. I don't know. But I'm really excited for Double Feature. It looks cool. I saw the trailer. So I guess it's actually like 2 different, like, stories, I think is from what I saw. Like, I saw the trailer for part 1 and it looked really cool. Like, I was very excited. I realized that American Horror Story is much better when you don't watch it with your phone. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, whenever I watch, like, something that's, like, special to me, like, I don't know, if I watch, like, Real Housewives, it can just be on in the background, but when I watch, like, a new episode of a show that I love, like, I need, like, everything to be like, all other noise to be off, and, like, I need to be really focused in the moment. I watched the It movies on HBO Max. I've never been so interested in horror. Oh, that's cool. I need to get HBO Max because I started watching Gossip Girl when I was at somebody's house, like the new Gossip Girl, and I, like, kind of liked it, and now I need to watch the rest. Has to be like a cinema experience. 100%. It too was bad. I haven't watched that yet. There's some good horror movies out there. And, like, sometimes, like, the Paranormal Activity franchise, sometimes, like, I don't know, some of them aren't the best, but, like, the experience of watching them is, like, part of it. I don't know that if that makes sense. Like, I saw Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, in theaters with my friends, and we loved it. It was, like, such a fun experience. Um, I don't know. That's the best Paranormal Activity movie. I like the original It a lot more. I think so too. I thought the casting for It too was really good, though. Like, even if the movie itself was like, yeah, it's parts of it were really good, parts of it were mediocre, but, like, the casting, I thought was awesome. You had to install updates? We were talking about Happier Than Ever, but we're talking about American Horror Story and horror. I used to love paranormal. I love ghost stuff in general. Like, I love watching ghost adventures. I, I've seen, like, every episode of, like, Ghost Adventures, and I don't know, like, I don't like BuzzFeed that much, but I really love BuzzFeed Unsolved when they go ghost hunting. I think they're very fun. Like, they balance the believing in it with, like, skepticism, which is great. When when am I moving? I already moved. BuzzFeed, like, I just think of, like, all those personality quizzes. Facebook has been doing this thing where it's like, "Here are your memories from this date," in Facebook, like, in your history of your profile, and it's so convenient because I can go through and, like, delete everything that I posted when I was, like, 16, and, a lot of it is like, "Look at this BuzzFeed quiz result," stuff. It's bad. When did BuzzFeed get bad? I don't know if, see, BuzzFeed's weird because sometimes they post I think sometimes, like, Gen Z thinks BuzzFeed is bad because it is kind of like sometimes it's kinda like cringy millennial stuff, and, like, I acknowledge that, but, like, BuzzFeed News, like, is a legitimate news source that, like, has broken, like, real stories. I can't think off the top of my head of, like, which stories they've broken, but, like, really important news stories, um but there's different parts of BuzzFeed. It's like a huge media I don't know what the word is, but it's not just, like, the quizzes anymore. It's like a huge thing. But yeah, it's like the website was, like, the big thing at first because they used to have, like, personality quizzes. Um, I don't know, like, I find myself on BuzzFeed a lot, like, not even on purpose, but, like, I end up on BuzzFeed a lot. They have some interesting stuff. I know a lot of their YouTube creators left, because like, the "Why I Left BuzzFeed" things became a meme for a while. And I know a lot of people have, like, left to start their own thing. Um, I don't know. So a lot of the content I liked, like BuzzFeed Unsolved, is, like, over. I think they're making their own content on their own channels, but kind of a bummer. My favorite Lady Gaga albums are her underrated ones. What is your favorite of her underrated ones? 'Cause, like, I like I don't know, the Fame and stuff is, like, not, underrated, I guess, but, like, a lot of people who are younger like, comment on my videos about Lady Gaga, and they're like, "Well, that one's not that good," or whatever. Art Pop. I still need to give Art Pop, like, another real chance because, I feel like I would like it. The Fame is the worst album. That's true. But it's so, like, nostalgic, like, I know that a lot of I guess one of my flaws in my album rating system is that I rely a lot more on nostalgia than anything else. Um, the Fame, I don't know, there are just songs on it that just make me think of being, like, 17 and, like But, like, objectively, it is probably her worst. I don't know. I don't have a problem, like, enjoying an album, but also, like, being critical about it and being like, "Well, it's probably her worst, but still kind of enjoy it." Why is Kat Von D releasing new music? Do not care about her. Halsey and Big Red Machine are releasing albums this month, so there's a lot of albums I love only for the nostalgia. Yeah, I think a lot of people, and, like, I get it, like, I get it because I used to think this way. But, like, a lot of people who comment on my TikToks and stuff, it's like a different crowd than than YouTube or Instagram, I guess, but I don't know. They're like, "Well, this album isn't cool, this one's whatever, like, you're cooler if you like art pop or whatever." I'm like, "Listen, some of the music I like is, like, objectively, like, critically, if I'm thinking critically, it's, like, not even that good, but it's very enjoyable, and, like, that's the most important thing." People on TikTok are mean. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I don't know why it's worse than other platforms, I guess. But, like, people have said horrible things to me, like, about my Courtney Love tattoo. It's not a Courtney Love tattoo, you know, it's like it's this one. It says "Live through this," but people were like, "Get it lasered off, how dare you?" I'm like, "I'm not getting a tattoo lasered off because you, a random person on TikTok, think I should." It's so weird. It's bad because it's a debut album, she was trying to find her sound, and some of the songs weren't it. That's a good way of putting it, honestly. Um, it was her debut, and it was also very much of the time. Like, thinking back to a lot of the music that, like, played at homecoming or prom or whatever, like, it fit in with that really well. The 2000s were a weird time. Um, really, like, a lot of bad taste was going on, I guess. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't mind being chuggy or cringy or a millennial or whatever they want to say. Like, I don't know. At a certain point, you just have to like live for yourself only. Florida collab. I forget about Florida sometimes. 2010s weren't it in the beginning. Yeah. The early, like the first 3, 4 years of the 2010s were like a little iffy, but then the decade closed out strong, I think. Like, there's some amazing stuff coming out lately. Florida was on Eurovision. How could I forget him? I know, that's actually the last time I thought about it. I was thinking about Eurovision the other day. I finally got my, boyfriend to, like, okay, how do you actually pronounce Maniskin? Because I was listening to an interview and they're like, "Well, Maniskin is how people pronounce it in Italy, but that's not correct." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Because that's the only way I've ever heard people say it. And then I got really confused. But I guess it's like a Dutch word, um, and it's pronounced differently in that language. Did my stuff arrive? The which stuff? Also, Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett's album is coming out October 1st. Maniskin stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. I ordered 2 shirts and the vinyl, and it all arrived safely. The shirts are too small for me. See, I gained weight in quarantine, which is, like, fine. I'm not, like, that hard on myself, but, like, I don't fit in the shirts. They're really soft, but, like, they're a little small, so I just wear them around the house for now, but, like, it's okay. As a devoted little monster, I love Lady Gaga's music, but I cannot stand Cheek to Cheek. I mean, it's okay, but I have more hopes for Love for Sale. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. You can tell, like, the collab means a lot to her, if that makes sense. Don't let the shirts make you feel bad. Yeah, one is a crop top, so that one I don't know. But then I'm like, yeah, sizes are different in Europe. That it's very confusing, even in like the States. I don't know if this is like a global thing, but like vanity sizing in the US is, like, so difficult to figure out because like, every store has their own sizing system, so, like, I can be anywhere from, like, a size 8 to, like, a size 16, and, like, that's just what it is, so, like, it's so hard to know. I order stuff from a British store called In the Style sometimes, and, like, it's so hard to figure out, like, what my my size is. Sizing is confusing and it sucks, and I wish it was, like, by measurements, I guess, because like, I don't know, isn't that how men's clothing is? I think that's how men's pants are or something, but, like, yeah, was not familiar with, like, Italian sizing, so I didn't know what to get, but either it's comfy stuff to wear at home, or if I ever lose weight one day, I'll wear it then, or I guess I don't have to lose weight to wear it. I can just wear it. I want to get the Chromatica crew neck, but it only goes up to 2XL, but I wear 3XL and the price. Oh yeah. I feel like more places should have a like better size range. I feel like some brands I support are doing a better job of that, but yeah, I've seen a lot of places go up to like 3XL, I think. I don't know. Normally when I order shirts for my boyfriend, it's like a 2XL or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Clothing sizes are just very difficult to figure out sometimes. I don't know. It kind of sucks. It should be like a fun experience buying clothes. It like doesn't need to be like confusing. I wish merch places would write down measurements. Yeah, I wish it was like easier. Like I know like why vanity sizing exists because like they're like, "Oh, well, this is your size here," and, like, they try to make it so you feel better about being a certain size, but, like, I could not care less. I just wanna get something that fits me. I don't care what they wanna call the sizes. I'm just like, I just wanna fit something comfortably. If I ever made merch, I definitely have the clothing in a size like, yeah, big size range. Yeah, because like, I don't know, everyone should be able to get something that comfortably fits them. Like, it doesn't seem like too much to ask at all. Small to 2XL isn't a size range. What's like, I'm trying to think of a brand that has a really like, I think, I think it's called Girlfriend Collective. They're usually really good about things, but they're like, like women's like athletic wear, but, like, still, they're, like, a good company. But they're, like, one example of a company that's, like, they have, models on their site that are not, like, stick thin, like, all body types, all ages, and things like that, which is good. Like, normal-looking people, in my opinion, like, average people that you would see, but, like, you don't typically see in, like, athletic wear. Yeah, so Girlfriend Collective goes all the way from extra, extra small to 6XL. Um, but that's like one, and like women's like athletic wear is like a niche category of clothing. Buying clothes is torture. Also, clothes sizes shrink with time. Short clothes were bigger 10 years ago. XL is not the same. XL like 10. Yeah, no, I think you're right. When people say like Marilyn Monroe was like plus size or whatever. Like she really wasn't. Like her measurements were quite small. Like she would be a size 6 today. Like she was like she wasn't like I don't know. She had a very like hourglass. Like she's beautiful no matter what. Clothes sizing is just a number, but like I think that's an example of like standards and like numbers of measurements changing. The Nintendo Switch finally turned on. It's been dead for weeks. I really want to get a Nintendo Switch, but I haven't gotten one yet. But they seem so fun. Maybe for Christmas I'll treat myself. I'm glad it turned on. These days should be called fat. I was thinking about how awful, like, the early 2000s were, especially for body shaming. It was pretty bad, like, looking back, like, a lot of people, like, they called Britney and, like, Paris and people like that, like, fat, and they were, like, really thin. And I don't know, like, obviously, fat should not be used as an insult to begin with, but, like, it was horrible, the early 2000s. I think people are re-examining it because of Britney. I don't know what's going on with that either. Did her dad actually step down? Like, she was yeah, she was always no one wants to be a Barbie doll anymore. I love, like, I know Lizzo doesn't wanna be considered, like, the poster child for whatever body positivity or whatever, but, like, sh I love that she represents, like, a strong person who, I don't know, like, she's in shape, like, she can play an instrument, dance her on stage, but she's not stick thin. I don't know. I like the way things are changing, and I hope it continues. He said he'll step down when the time is right, the time is never right. I saw something about and again, I don't know if this is true, but I saw something about how he was, like, investigating if, like, criminal charges could be pressed against him if he did step down, but I don't know if that's true. Like, sometimes it's like a game of telephone where things get mistranslated or misheard, and then eventually what you hear is wrong, but, like, I have to, like, look into it more because I thought he said he was going to, and then people were reporting that he did, but then, but I don't know. I just hope she's okay. It's like it's so horrific. I just I don't know, it's, like, really difficult to imagine that it was 13 years of her life where she was in this, like, it's just really difficult to even think about. I can't imagine um, what she went through. Like, don't trust Chansey, Jamie pays them. Yeah, that makes sense. I just hope she's okay. And I hope her, like, sister and her parents go far, far, far away. They post about it in every news outlet, posted fake news, even where you live. Oh, interesting. It's hard to know, like, where to look for legitimate news sometimes. Usually, I look at, like, actual, like, not entertainment news, like, like, more mainstream news sources and, like, if they're reporting on it, and I'll see what their sources are, and I usually check well, not even with Britney Spears news, but, like, political news as well, like, I'll look up multiple sources to try to get what, the actual story is. What's Britney's brother doing? Like, does he do anything? Is he guilty in this? Or is it just her sister? A Britney account? Ah. Britney is a good person, but her father is making her look crazy when she isn't. Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, discussing that about how, um, like, different things that would be posted online and stuff like that, like, they really were trying to set her up for failure. I cannot believe, like, her sister, though, like, I could never do that like, I have a younger sister by 3 years, and I would literally, like, do anything for her. I don't know. I just, like, can't even imagine doing anything that caused her pain or stress or, like I've gone, like, against my I think that's normal, though. I'm not saying I'm, like, a hero for it, but, like, I've definitely, like, contradicted my parents or, like, defied them or whatever, like, in an attempt to, like, protect my sister, and I cannot imagine doing that. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of siblings I know everyone's different, everyone's family is different, but, like, I don't know, bond between, like I always thought they were close, I guess, but I think things are changing for Jamie Lynn. She said she never got a dime from Britney's money, but she's listed in some court documents where Britney paid for her flights. Yeah, I feel like sometimes, like, part of this issue is that they're like, "Oh, well, we never got, her money," but, like, there's a difference, or is there a difference, I guess, between being handed $1,000,000 or being, provided with, like, your rent paid, your, travel paid for, your new bag that you want paid for, like, maybe they never handed her a lump sum of cash, but, like, clearly she's profited. Her brother said the conservatorship is a great thing for our family. That's so disgusting. Ew. Ugh. Sorry to change the subject again, but I hate salmon unless it's salmon patties. I don't know that I've ever had a salmon patty. I love salmon though. Like I love lox. Like that's my favorite type of bagel. Like you probably wouldn't like it if you only like salmon patties, but I love the randomness. Now I'm hungry for salmon. Jamie Lynn had a second daughter? I didn't even know that. I know she had, like, the one daughter because I used to watch Zoe 101, and then, I don't know, I feel like she is getting a lot of bad publicity because I think her mom had to be like, "Leave Jamie Lynn alone." You are random, but, like, everything you bring up is, like, great. There is a petition to fire Jamie from her job on Netflix. I mean, I don't know. What is her job on Netflix? What does she do? Why is she writing a memoir? Ew. She's that is really disappointing. She's been writing a memoir for the past year, and she's so excited to share her own story. Gross. She's an actress. Okay. Yeah, like I always feel like we shouldn't, meddle in people's work or whatever, but I feel like if you're hurting somebody that much, maybe you don't need to be uh employed, especially this way. I don't know. I just can't imagine doing that to anybody, much less my own sister. Speaking of random, do you guys remember that Disney show So Random? Yes. There's a spin-off of Sunny with a Chance. I loved Sunny with a Chance. I was so excited to watch that because I loved Camp Rock and Demi Lovato and stuff. And that was the era that I really liked Demi Lovato. Like the Don't Forget. Was that what it's called? Yeah, that was what it was called. The Don't Forget era, her album, that was my favorite Demi Lovato era. But yeah, I remember that show. I remember, was it Mackenzie Falls? The like Chad Dillon Cooper, that was his name, right? I just hope Demi Lovato's okay. Like I watched her, not her recent series, but I watched that documentary that she made a long time ago. I'm sorry, I just remembered. Um, I forgot that they were using they them pronouns, sorry. Um, yeah, I watched their documentary and that was like pretty intense. I just hope they're okay. But their current music isn't so much my thing, to be honest, but their early stuff was like I really liked it. I got Don't Forget when it came out initially, like the Urban Outfitters pressing. Um And it was, like, a normal decent price, I think, but, like, yeah, I guess it's so expensive now. I liked some of the songs, but it like, in general, I just think that sound isn't, like, the thing that I gravitate towards too, I guess. Mint Demi I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm so sorry. Demi? Which means that, someone who doesn't fully identify as male. He, they. Okay. I'm always like I think my pronouns are listed in my thing, but I'm, like, always trying to learn and, like, use the correct pronouns and everything. With Demi Lovato, like, I'm just so used to using she, her pronouns, like, I'm really trying to catch myself and use they, them every time I talk about them. Um, Demi boy. Good to know. What are my favorite albums released this year? What even came out this year? I like Sour. I love Blue Weekend. I'm so glad you told me about that album because I don't know if I would have like listened to it otherwise, but I like really love it. I still listen to it. I love Sam Smith. Yeah, they're awesome. I initially okay, so Sam Smith's James Bond song I kind of hated when it first came out, but it's grown on me so much. I actually really like it. But I think Blue Weekend and Sour are my favorite albums of this year, but Happier Than Ever is really up there. Like, I really like it. What else even came out? I can't even think. It's not even 2020. I just looked up best albums of 2020. That's how, like, out of it I am. Mm, I still haven't given St. Vincent's album like a full listen through. Chemtrails came out this year, but it was just okay. Collapse and Sunbeams was pretty good. Is that I did wasn't familiar with Arlo Parks, but my boyfriend got me uh Collapse and Sunbeams for Valentine's Day, I think it was. So Folklore was really, really good. I love Evermore, but like I think Folklore is just a better album. And I really like it. Technically, it was released last year, and I didn't find it until this year, but Adam Lambert's music is so good. I haven't listened, but I really like Adam Lambert. His talent, like his vocals are so amazing. Um, and I really like him. But I should go look his solo stuff up. This year feels like it's gone by so fast and also not fast. Because like Chemtrails feels like it came out so long ago. I'm not counting, Taylor's re-releases in my, like, favorite albums of a year kind of a thing. I was just listening to it today, 1 year after yeah, it's so good. I don't know, it was, like, perfect. I don't know, like, I don't have real criticisms of it as an album at all. Like, the merch was good, the vinyl was beautiful, the songs are amazing. The whole, like, vibe and ambiance of the entire thing is just A plus. Born to Die. Yeah, Born to Die is classic. Chemtrails is her worst, but I think whatever she'll do next is gonna be better. Um, yeah, I like Paradise a lot. That was my first ever, like, standard vinyl purchase, I think. All right. So I have to get going soon because I have a ton to do, moving and organizing and stuff like that. But yeah, Blue Banisters is going to be good whenever it does come out. Hopefully soon. I knew it wasn't going to come out in July, but I still like kind of hoped. But next Monday, I will be here. Do you want to decide what we're going to talk about? Did we have something that we talked about, like, 2, 3 week like, last time that we were like, "Well, we'll do this one later?" I don't know. What do we wanna talk about next time? I'm always open to doing throwbacks. I also don't mind picking something. Make it to the next stream. Um, make I'll let you know on Instagram solar power. Okay, yeah, let me know. Um, s when does solar power come out? I thought that it was on the 27th. Is it this Friday? Am I off by, like, a week? I feel like I lost a week because I literally didn't have power for multiple days because of thunderstorms. I need to listen. Yeah, it's this Friday. Wow. Time is going by really fast all of a sudden. Yeah. Halsey and, like, a few other people, I think, are releasing albums that same day. Definitely, Big Red Machine. So, I'm excited for that, I think. Okay, cool. Well, let's plan on, yeah, the 23rd for solar power, but if we have to be, yeah, let's do the 23rd for solar power. You released albums here. That's true. And let us know if your new single's coming out. If you hear from your producer and are able to release that, because I would love to check it out. Okay, I hope y'all have a great week, and we'll talk about solar power next Monday. Okay, have a great week, everyone. It was fun to talk to you. It's been way too long. I felt so bad that I missed last time, but yeah, I just have to like organize. That's the part I think is fun. So I do that. You have an EP coming in November? That's so cool. Yeah, I love listening to music that people that I know have made, I guess. So I'm always happy to check out stuff. Have a great week, everyone.